Hi friends, welcome to Jyotinath's kitchen. Today I am trying to make a mutton curry in my style, and it's also one of my signature dish, and lot of friends requested me to post this recipe, and also I'm trying to record it in English version this time so that everybody can follow the procedure. Let's get into the ingredients first. First I took chopped onions, cut into very small so that cooking time it will be faster, and also gravy consistency will be very nice. So we will see that later once we do the procedure. Then I took 2 tomatoes, cut into small pieces. So based on your quantity, basically this is 1 large onion only, but 2 tomatoes I took. Then chopped coriander fresh leaves, and also chopped mint leaves fresh, and I'm taking some yogurt because we are going to make some gravy. Then vegetable oil, some green chilies, and these are the biryani kind of ingredients which we use. 1 cinnamon stick, some cloves, some cardamoms, and also some bay leaves. Then ginger garlic paste, turmeric powder, coriander powder, red chili powder, salt, and lemon. And finally, because it's going to be mutton curry, so this is mutton, goat or lamb, what you have available. This is marinated already. So for this one, this quantity is almost 3.5 to 4 lbs of mutton I took, and for this I just marinated everything, mixed very well, and kept it overnight to get this marinated very well. So for marination, what all I have used is I washed the mutton and I added some vegetable oil, then all of these ingredients. Mostly I use the quantities enough, so I won't be using it mostly in the curries, all these powders. So I used 2 to 3 spoons of ginger garlic paste, half spoon of turmeric powder, 2 spoons of coriander powder, 3 to 4 spoons of chili powder I added, and 3 spoons of salt I added, and half cut lemon juice I added to this marination. And for marination, I did not add any special things. Maybe in the market you get lot of biryani special powders, and also that's your choice. I usually don't add much of spicy powders here because mine will be little different taste. Rather I use all the ingredients like for flavor, not for strong masala. So just if you have to use any, like shan masala and others, you get it, but use it little bit, like 1 spoon maximum. That's all I can recommend. So this is marinated and ready to use. Let's get into the procedure now. So all this procedure we are going to make it in a pressure cooker. Take a bigger size, so convenient based on your quantity. So I'm taking a bigger size. I think it's 6-quart one I have. So let's turn on the stove, medium flame. Now what we are going to add is vegetable oil. So I have lot of quantity, so I'm adding little liberally the oil. So I'm adding all these ingredients: bay leaves, cardamom, cloves, and cinnamon stick, what I have taken. Then we will add onions, chopped onions. I'm using everything because I need little bit of gravy, which I usually like because it's easy to eat with rice, fried rice, or chapati. Close it with the lid and fry the onions for 3 to 4 minutes. Let's check if the onions are fried. See, onions are very well fried. Now it's time to add other ingredients. So ginger garlic paste I used in marination, so I use little bit here because we are using onion and tomatoes. So I only use little bit here, maybe 1 spoon maximum. Then turmeric powder little bit. So these are the only 2 things I use it again here while cooking, but other ingredients only whatever I used in marination, that's all. Now let's add some green chilies and tomatoes. This also let's fry it for 2 to 3 minutes. I already chopped it so small so that it can cook little faster. Let's check for tomatoes. See how they nicely got fried. So you just need to close the lid so that way, you know, vapor won't come out and they cook very well. See, now almost it's kind of, you know, gravy consistency is already there. Now let's add mutton to this. And mix it. So mix it like this. Now to this let's add chopped mint leaves and then coriander leaves, everything, whatever you have it. So I like it so much, coriander and mint, so that will add natural taste to this curry. So I use it a bowl full of coriander and mint leaves. So this one, just mix it to the mutton, all the pieces. So little bit, take some time. And what I do is, after this, close it with the lid and let it fry for 2 minutes at least. Now see, mutton is fried for very well. So for this last and final step, before we close the lid and put it for pressure cook. So now the last item which we did not use, take the yogurt, homemade yogurt I am using. Based on your curry and the gravy consistency you like, take this and, you know, try to make it like a liquid. Mix it very well. So this much is good enough for the quantity which I am using, because I already added tomato, so I don't want this to be too much strong. So I am only using yogurt little bit for gravy consistency. So what I will do is, I will add some water to the same bowl and add it here. So mix it well to check the consistency. So this is the very important step in this whole procedure, when to close the lid and start pressure cook. So see this one, I have lot of pieces, but I have only very little bit liquid. So you have to check here what consistency you need, and at the same time when we turn on the pressure cook, water will automatically come when the mutton gets cooked and boiled. So make sure don't add too much water, otherwise it will be too much liquidy when you take it out. And so this is the place where you have to check everything for the consistency. Let's close the pressure cook. So check the whistle and medium flame. Don't put it on very high flame. Maximum 4 whistles. That's how, based on my experience, I have been using, depending on the quantity and the size of the pressure cooker you use. So what I can say is maximum 4 whistles. We will turn it off and we will check how it looks like finally. 4th whistle. I'm turning off the stove. Once you turn off, and make sure, you know, wait for few minutes until the pressure is completely gone. Check it first before you open the lid. Now the whole complete pressure is gone. Let's open the lid as well. See, completely oil is totally on the top and it's very well cooked. Let's mix it and check. You can check one piece, see whether it's fully cooked or not. Oh my god, it's so soft already. Yeah, I can cut it. So it's soft and it's already well cooked. We can transfer it to a bowl. And see this, the final product of mutton gravy curry. Try to exactly follow the same measurements and same procedure. You will get the awesome taste for sure. Please subscribe to my channel Jyotinath's Kitchen if you are first time watching my videos, and keep also watching my videos posted on my channel. Try this recipe and you will definitely love it. No need to add any special masalas. Just it's a very simple procedure with all the ingredients you find at home, except just fresh coriander and mint. That is the only additional taste I added. Try this recipe and you will definitely like it. Thanks for watching.